Hey everybody, I'm Tom Vasel. Welcome to Kickstarter Lookback, where I take a look at different projects that we've backed here at the Dice Tower, and I see where they are today, if I got them, if I received them, if I talk about them, whatever it might be. So let's jump into it. First, we have Steph's Awesome Gaming Calendar 2021. So you can see kind of where I was when we were backing these. This is a couple years ago, and Steph's calendars are great. I mean, I consistently back that. Let me run your Instagram account for 5 days. I guess I backed that. I don't remember doing that. Well, oh well. But Steph's calendars are fantastic. We have one hanging up in the office now. I almost always back her stuff. I think it's great. If I had one thing that I would change possibly is I think I would want just one picture in the background rather than a collage, but I'm not complaining because Steph's stuff looks that great. You ever see one of her calendars, back it, you'll get it. Then we have Thunderstone Quest here, The Enemies Among Us. There's not a lot I can say about this. I love Thunderstone Quest a lot. And go back and watch our top 10 deck building games to see. But I am not sure what any particular expansion has in it. I just take the cards out and shuffle them into my decks for Thunderstone Quest, and when we have a lot of fun. I play Thunderstone Quest Epic, so it's always good to get more stuff. So there's lots of different cards, and I just add them to the set. I don't care about this Yellow Knight meeple. That's kind of weird. But anyway, cool. Untamed Spirit Strike. Now, see, this one, I don't remember getting this. Maybe we did get it, and someone else reviewed it here in the Dice Tower or something, but I really want to try this and play this. I forgot how much this art attracted me. It looks clean. It looks simple and easy to play. I want to be, let's see, I think you just pick a couple decks, right, and put them together. So I want to be rhinos and tigers. That's a good combo. Or rhinos and raccoons. Rocket Rhino. Oh, look at all these other. Then we got foil. I don't care about foil. But yeah, this is one that I would like to play, but I don't think we got it. I'll have to hunt this one down. All right, this one we definitely got. Cascadia. So Cascadia, of course, this one really is doing well. It's one of the most popular games to have come out in the past few years. Everyone is playing it. It's constantly getting pulled out of the library. This follow-up, I mean, this company, I don't know what it is from Flat Out Games, but their stuff just is on fire. They make games that are kind of right there, that are right there in this zone of easy to play, but yet everyone wants to play it. Heavy gamers like playing them as light fillers. People who think that they're the full game of the night also are playing them, and they just match everything. And Cascadia really did well in that regard. So, the wooden deluxe tokens. Very, very nice. Shark's Feeding Frenzy. So this one here, everyone at the Dice Tower was like, nah, it doesn't look very good. And I was enamored with it. I liked the board. I liked all the different shark pieces on it. I liked the theme of sharks. And it just looked silly fun. Well, you know what it is? It's terrible. It's a really, really terrible game. Rolling 100-sided dice, randomly hoping your sharks show up on the board, hoping there's food for you to go around and eat. It's really not a good game at all. I was really, really disappointed with this one. In Too Deep. So all of us in gaming, doesn't matter how many games you play, we have holes in our games played. And In Too Deep is one of mine. This came in, Mike loved it, Camilla liked it, other people have played it. I think Burnt Island games are great. I've played their other stuff. I really like In the Hall of the Mountain King and Fall of the Mountain King. And this one just I've never played. So I know some people are watching this saying, play it, Tom. And I will try to get around to it. It's a co-op game from what I understand. And it's one that works really well. They said, it really offers meaningful decisions. So I guess I need to get around to trying this one out. But, there's a gazillion other games to play. But the theme is cool. The production is really good. This one is in the Dice Tower library. Very, very happy with this one. All right, then we have Automated Alice. So Automated Alice, I thought it was a cool theme. That's why I backed this one. It is also, oh, look, here's my quote. I like the idea of being a cooperative game with dice. I think this might be one I'll play with my kids. I really like how it looks. I'm pumped, I said. Well, yes, and that's all true. It's fine. So you roll dice and you place these dice and then you're going to manipulate the dice a little bit, but unfortunately, there's a lot of luck involved, and the choices you make aren't as cool as I thought. It's interesting, it's just not great. I'm also really still, to this day, not sure what's going on with the theme. There's an Alice, an automated Alice, I don't know. I like it. The graphics, I think the art is good. I think it's easy to play. It just doesn't grab you, I think, at the end of the day. The Thing. So this is one that I would like to play maybe at some point, but I really backed this one to put it in the Dice Tower library. And I did, with the playmat. And I know that a lot of people, there are people who really get into this one. An analogy I would use for this one would, you know, when people, not analogy, but just when people get together and play big, giant games, and you want to play like an Aliens game or Nemesis. Like, for example, people love Nemesis. This feels like that. Now, it's not nearly as complex as Nemesis, but this is the kind of game that you'll see at a convention that a bunch of people are going to get into and play, figure out who the thing is, and have a great time. And, of course, it has really nice components. I don't think I've upgraded or added all the expansions because there was a ton of stuff that came with this, but there's enough. There's enough to make this really look good in the Dice Tower library, so I'm glad it's there. Crash Octopus is our next one. So this one, just look at that picture there, and that is what the game looks like. It is so you can see here in this overview, you can see that there is kind of see what that person just did? They dropped these pieces on the octopus head and they scatter around. Then you're going to be trying to flick things to move your ships around to go and pick up these pieces. Or you flick the pieces at your ship, sorry. But you're also got to be careful because that octopus is going to attack you at different points. So it's kind of a silly game, but it looks like a work of art. The whole thing comes together really nice. This is also in the Dice Tower library. All right, Lord of the Chords. This is another one that look, they have Dice Tower Pick of the Week. Man, a lot of people claim that Pick of the Week. I was so pumped about this because I love music. I love the idea I'll be back and I'll be back and all these puns and everything. But, oh man, this game is absurd. It's so simple to play. I mean, not so simple to play. It's so basic. It's take that and collect things, and yet it talks about chords and really complex things. It's a terrible rule book, and it's such a waste because this art here and the silliness of it, and man, I liked everything about it except the game itself. The game is unfortunately not good at all, which is a real bummer. Man, there's a couple of real big disappointments from me this week, and this is another one. All right, Machina Arcana. So this one here, To Eternity, is another one I got so we can put in Dice Tower library and have big giant monsters and stuff. I don't know much more about it. I haven't played it. Yeah, so it's the core game. It's unfortunately for me, this looks like yet another monster move around fight stuff game, which is why I haven't rushed to play this. I might have passed it on to another one of our reviewers if I even got it, which I'm assuming I did. This game just seems forgettable, unfortunately. But maybe it's not. Maybe you love it. Tell me in the comments. And our last one here, which I just got in a few months ago and haven't played yet, is Hogs of War. So me and Joey are getting a lot of two-player war games to the table, so this is one we're going to get to the table. I think this just looks silly as all get out. I guess it's more than 2 players, but it looks like it'd be really fun with 2 players. And putting out all these different hogs. It's based on the PlayStation game, which I've never played, but the idea of pigs fighting in World War I stuff just sounds like a lot of fun. So it looks good. The game came in. I think it looks like it's a lot of fun, so we'll give it a whirl at some point. It's definitely on my queue, but, you know, so are 600 kabillion other games. So that's it, folks, for another Kickstarter look back. Those are 12 games. If you see something there, you're like, Tom, you should play this one, let me know in the comments. Or maybe you disagree with my disappointment on some of the games. But either way, that's what I think about those games. Until next time, I'm Tom Vasel. This has been Kickstarter Look Back on the Dice Tower.